This is the Synthi 100, which is the core of the electronic music studio in Belgrade. First built in 1972, but now again very much in use wherever there are any, and there are Synthi 100s in Ghent in Belgium and in Athens. They're also in Melbourne and in Cuenca in Spain, and quite a few around the world. And with the renewed interest in analog synthesis in music, they're again getting a lot of attention. So this one has been restored here, as has that one in Athens and in Ghent, and I've been working on them again, creating what I call zoetic engines. And these are very unorthodox electronic circuit patches which have some kind of life of their own. They do stuff without being stimulated. They can also be stimulated by getting external sounds coming into them. But the idea is very much that they're organisms. They have activity of their own. It's a life form. I experience it as a life form. So now I have 3 of these life forms in 3 different cities, and through the internet they actually are sending sound to each other. So even if no humans make any input, they themselves will activate each other. And then on top of that, there is always a microphone input, where a person can come and make noise, sing, play an instrument, and cause further excitation of these creatures, as I call them. Then the creatures would come alive and make some kind of response. Not an obvious response. They don't do anything very obvious. Usually they're very autonomous and quirky, but they get more excited if there is external sound. That's the point. There are 2 what I call creatures in this constellation, and one of them is rather quiet and often doesn't do very much at all, just some like raindrop type sounds, something very quiet. Hello, hello. It's being very reticent now, quiet. Yeah, little things like that happen. Yeah, that's kind of typical. But then the other creature is a lot more aggressive. So when I start to talk here, I get something like this. It's getting very active and violent. Hello.
Okay, so Paul, just to interrupt, what is this?
It shows the connections between all the various modules. You see, this synthesizer consists of all these many modules,
Yes.
filters, oscillators, and what have you. And this just shows how they're connected together.
So did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always do that. I mean, first I can write things down like this, you know, it just shows me where the pins are.
Yeah.
But that doesn't tell me really what's happening, you know, you can't see
So
at a glance.
you start with doing it on paper first, right?
No, I start doing it on the board.
Oh, I see. So you write it down
I write it down
afterwards to know your patch, like what it looks like.
I can kind of reconstruct it.
Yeah, okay.
I noticed that you have these extensive plans, very precise. Yeah, I'll make a picture of it afterwards. How do you work on it? How do you make do you make the plans first, or you work
No.
the same time
I make these up as I go along. This
Yes.
is all like terribly intuitive and, well, okay, intuitive. I've been messing around with this kind of, these combinations since, say, 1984 maybe, with a big interval when nobody was doing anything with analog, but it's something I've been doing for a long time, so it's like I know the tricks and I just start, try this, and you know, my instinct leads me. I don't have a plan. And when I've done it, then I write detail what I did, and of course I can look back on what I did, so I do have some, you know, references from the past. Oh yeah, this I could try this combination which I did back then, you know. So yes, I built up a certain library of techniques, but I can't design anything in advance and say, oh, well, this will work. I don't know if it will until I've tried it. And of course, the Synthi hundreds in those different places are not all the same either. You know, what would be the right settings on one will not be the right settings on another one. So it's very much you know, sort of requires a lot of fiddling, listening and fiddling, and finding the right combinations.
Now you're in Ghent, and you have to go back to Belgrade.
Yeah, well, now I have to go back to Belgrade. I've been in Belgrade, I've been in Athens, I'm in Ghent. Now I have to go back to Belgrade and tie up all the things together and make sure that that they're all listening to each other and reacting to each other. Well, I don't understand. Athens should be on here. I put 7, but I'm not seeing anything on the oscilloscope just now. And now they're all communicating through the internet by this program called Sonobus, and so they stimulate each other. So this is in some way a way of getting 3 Synthi 100s together, because they're so enormous and totally non-modular, you cannot take them apart. Nobody is ever going to have 3 of these together in one place. But now we do have 3 of them, like, playing together. So what we did now was, the plan was to make a video recording with sound from all 3 places, Athens, Ghent and Belgrade, playing at the same time, with people interacting with the machines in all 3 places. unfortunately they had some snow in Athens and everything stopped. So Athens is not made in the recording, and it's a really silly situation. Stelios, you're on camera now, Stelios, and this is Dinka, who is recording us. So tomorrow you can't do anything, is that right, Stelios?
The school will be closed. So
It will.
I'll be at home and
Is that the alarm at your place?
I hope I can control sonobus from afar.
Ah, great. That's good. But okay, well then we can try some kind of communications tomorrow, even if you're not at the studio, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, send me pictures of Athens with snow, please.
Yes, I will.
Do that. Okay. All right. Bye. So the recording we made here is just between Belgrade and Ghent, and the machines, the zoetic engines, responding to each other there. And here I am playing on various instruments, putting sound into the engines so that they react more. And somebody was making some sounds in Ghent. Hi, Guy. Well, you're on video now.
I'm on video, no way.
Th-
I forgot to comb my hair.
Yeah,
Hello.
no, that's your hairstyle, Guy. I know it.
What is the plan for tomorrow?
Stelios has now managed to sort it so that he can remotely access his machine in the studio, because they're closed down. All the schools are closed in Athens.
Yes.
Because of the snow. I mean,
Why? For a bit of snow. You're crazy.
yeah. On Wednesday we can try and do a session when everybody's up. I hope they're back at the studio in Athens too, and some musicians or people making noises at the same time. And then we'll try to video and record everything. I'm recording everything from Sonobus anyway, so yeah.
Oh,
All right then.
We'll see.
We'll talk soon.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah?
Unfortunately, we didn't have any musicians there. So this is a kind of consort of Synthi 100s, you could say, which I don't think anybody has ever done before. So and also the fact is that with these what I call the creatures which I built on the Synthi 100s, they can actually play together without any people being there. So we have quite a lot of recorded material, sound material from them just playing by themselves, which I hope to make available to any composers who wish to use it as raw material for further compositions. So those recordings will be generally available.